And then if you want to check who's who, you can go look at one of the monitors or something. Or if you want to just wait. But yeah, when you're dead, you leave your card on the ground, you don't touch it, you just walk off, and the game continues. Okay? Any other questions?
With this number of people, does Mafia just have 1 kill power?
Yes. So usually in bigger games, to make it more fair, Mafia will have 2 kills per night if there are 3 alive. But since this is a pretty normal sized game, it's 3 Mafia. At all stages, Mafia will be able to only kill 1 person a night. Okay? So I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm going to start off with a day in which no one dies right away, because that's kind of lame, and you guys can kind of talk. It'll be a very short day. So this is your opportunity to suss out people and do whatever, or vote on somebody, but it will end with everyone going to bed, either by a kill or by forcing it with time, okay? Any questions?
I think we're ready. So Cosmic is Mafia.
He's totally Mafia.
Okay.
I can already tell.
I am Mafia.
Which rules does everybody know at the start? Like,
What do you mean?
Do people know who the
No one
medic
knows
is?
anything.
No
Nobody knows. It's only known
That's
the point of the discussion. You have to figure out who has what.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And it's up to you if you want to reveal
Well, I just
that.
thought it'd be obvious if like the medic revived somebody, right?
We don't know.
Yeah,
We
no,
So,
we did it.
don't know who
yeah, I mean, the idea is if you wake up and nobody's dead, that means, because the Mafia can't withhold killing power. They can't just choose not to kill somebody, so that's
Gotcha.
another thing. So if you wake up and nobody's dead, it means someone got saved.
Yeah, it's not really a revive. It's more like a block. Like you can block
Yeah,
the
it's like
Mafia
a
from killing
shield.
somebody.
So
Exactly.
Mafia.
Yeah,
So
so they tried to
okay,
shoot
real quick, can you go over the
EZScape
cards and what their places are? Or
Yeah, I'll say it also when you receive them, but
Okay,
if
cool.
you get the Jack, you're the Vigilante, the Queen, you are the Mafia, the King, you're
The
the
medic.
Detective, the Medic,
Yeah.
Mafia would say that. The King, you're the Detective. If you get a random number card, you're just Vanilla Town, and if you get an Ace, you're the Mafia, and I'll say that as well.
Queen and Ace. Or Mafia.
No.
The Queen was medic.
Queen is Medic.
Queen's
Sorry,
Medic.
I misspoke.
Okay, for sure.
So the so when Mafia wants to kill somebody at nighttime, they point to them and you tell them that Cosmic killed whoever.
No, you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
point to
And
them,
then your card-
and I
it
just
doesn't fall
confirm.
on this, it's just-
Like say it's like you 3, right? So you kind of all point to the same person, and I'll just make sure it's the right person, and I'll you guys can nod, but it's important to be really quiet.
Mhm.
And so I'll just make sure, and then I'll be like, thank you,
And then you kill them.
and then I'll say Mafia heads down. Sorry. And then I will say everybody heads up except for blank. They died. They will leave the game.
Okay, great.
That's the process.
They died. They
Can the town make any noise during the nighttime?
No. Don't make any noise. Don't make jokes. Don't say shit, because it all adds to information that is outside of the game.
Yeah.
Mafia is ultimately an imperfect game. And if you're metagaming, it's like I heard a move. It's like fucked up.
If you try and defend yourself, don't be like, oh, I had like a 5 or something. Like,
What I
that's-
usually do when I play is like we play a little bit like the music in between the nights, so nobody can hear like the moving.
I
around
might
stuff.
play some Fetty Wap.
Solid.
Alright,
Yours
let me
on
count.
BTS
1,
Speedrun?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
keep that
8,
shit out.
9, 10, 11. Let me get, I know, iiPK,
Small ant.
Small Ant, Cosmic,
EZScape.
EZScape, Simply,
Optimistic emo.
Optimistic Emu, Artemis, Torje,
Animal sounds.
Animal Sounds,
Keeping that.
Shift, and Noah and EzMyGod.com. Alright. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Alright, so what are the odds Cosmic is Mafia?
100%.
Are we?
100%. That's pretty good odds.
Let's get rid of him.
I see this day is going really well.
One it's one vigilante, and we're also doing detective. As
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Detective was King, I believe.
Alright, I do ask another thing is when a day begins, if you guys could scrunch in for the camera shot, like if it's like 1 person over here and 5 over here, it's like annoying to have to, camera shot, so just scrunch in, get close, it's totally fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I won't rig the game.
He's rigging the game,
Shuffling, don't leave me.
yeah. Look at the cards, guys.
And no phones.
So, no phone?
Yeah, no phones.
Alright, let me pull up the phone.
Can you go over the rules one more time, like the card
I'll
correspondence?
do it when you
He hands it over.
so
Yeah.
Okay.
at night we'll do a first night for identification purposes. Nothing will happen, but it's just for us to know who's who and also yourselves.
Solid.
Okay.
Basically the Mafia. All right,
Nerve this.
here we go.
Cosmic's gonna kill me.
We'll just look at your
Keep saying
card
that, I just might.
and memorize it.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
All right. So, everyone take a good look at your card, and everyone put your heads down. All right. Come on, let me play something. Hold on. There we go. All right. If you got the ace card, your Mafia, please raise your head. Identify your Mafia friends. Mafia heads down. If you got the king card, you are the detective. Please raise your head. Detective heads down. You got the queen card, you're a medic. Please raise your head. Medic heads down. If you got the jack, you're the vigilante. Please raise your head. Vigilante heads down. Alright, day 1 begins. You guys have 5 minutes.
Good morning, guys.
What gang?
How was everyone's sleep?
Mafia.
Good. God, it was stressful. Nightmares. I dreamt about Smash. What about you?
So who's Mafia?
Yeah, if you could just
Well-
come out and tell us straight up, that'd be very nice. Make it easy for us.
Cosmic.
I don't think we should.
Not gonna
just
give
look
me
at
that
it.
easily.
Oh, it's a metagame. What if he's fooling us?
Why would you want to fool somebody?
I
Thinking you're
He's just teasing out the details, alright?
He's 2 steps ahead.
Yeah.
We had a sleepover.
He knows
we,
what
had,
he's doing.
we had a chat.
Torje,
Hey, what's up?
you being kind of quiet over there. What's going on?
You're not thinking about
He has
Literally
nothing
nothing is
yet.
happening.
There's nothing going on.
I feel like
Alright,
this man.
just gonna
They
set my
they
card
great
down.
ads to it.
Small. Who do you think is Mafia?
Yeah, you know, it's
I haven't had
either,
enough time to
it's
decide
either a
yet.
letter or a number,
Okay.
man. Like,
It's
I-
ballsy to
I'm not good
decide
at
anyone
those.
that's Mafia like within the first 10 minutes.
It's
It's
not
very
like this
ballsy.
person's Mafia. It's
There
like
is some
day
form of
one's really
character.
hard, but pretty much all you can do is like, this person seems more town than Mafia to me. This person seems more Mafia than town.
Your
to me.
town.
Thanks.
Your town.
Is that
Because you're
really
being
what
rational
you
right
do?
now.
You just
Thanks,
have to,
dude.
Yeah.
you just have to go based off of like soul reads.
Not with
Yes.
the Mafia can't be Russian.
Yeah.
That is
Well,
a game
hey.
where you're both Mafia.
Who do I
That
hate
could
the
also
most?
be a thing.
I like his vibe. I like his vibe.
Alright.
But can I get some names real quick? What's your name again?
Artemis.
Artemis? Okay, then what's your name?
Emo.
Emo.
Yeah.
Emu.
Emu.
Like
Emu.
the
Emu.
Emu.
Like the
Emu.
bird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know you. And then you're IPK, right?
Yeah, I'm IPK.
Okay, IPK. And then you're EZScape.
Yes, sir.
And then what is your name?
Simply.
What is it?
Simply.
Simply, and then Cosmic. Okay, and then you're Dan.
Dan, yeah.
Animal Planet. What's your name?
Dan.
Dan the Animal Planet.
I'm not gonna live that one down ever. Danimal Sounds.
Danimal Sounds. Okay, okay, okay. For sure, for sure.
What was
All
your
right.
name?
I'm Nez.
Nice.
Mez.
Yeah, Nez. Okay. So, all right. Like I said, it's a little bit hard to go off the first couple minutes and seeing who's Mafia. What I like to do is I like to sit back and I like to kind of take a look at everyone and see who has, some off body language. And there isn't anyone to kind of really go off of right now. So, I just wanted to get familiar with everybody's name and see who everyone was, and I feel a little bit more comfortable seeing who everyone is, so I can, potentially call someone out in the future.
3 minutes
So,
to the first night.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a pod number.
I'm gonna give you guys a totem. You can keep talking, but usually it's like you gotta respect the animal if it gets crazy.
Okay.
Good,
for
go
sure.
ahead.
For sure, for
Very
sure.
simple.
Respect the Shift.
Yes.
What I do?
What? I didn't say your
You're
name.
saying I'm the medic? Okay, good. I'll save you.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks. I'm
Yeah,
honored.
I got you, man. I got
Where were you last night, Shift?
you. Ez is just surveying.
That's all I do.
He's trying to
playing
remember all your
dumb, dude.
names.
Yeah.
He's
Analyze.
playing dumb.
Shift is definitely Mafia.
I have got that.
All right, somebody.
I know
grab
Yeah,
it.
you do.
I can
Warn
already-
it.
I can
Somebody
already-
grab it.
Somebody, if you want to speak, grab it.
I think
I
we're
already
okay
know.
right now. We're not too chaotic.
2 minutes to the first night.
2 minutes. Okay.
I feel like
I've got some
that's
ideas,
the whole
but I'm
point.
IPK.
What's up?
How's the town been treating you lately?
Pretty good. No complaints here. Had a great night's sleep.
Cool.
Kind of getting a cold.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That
Stayed
really
out
does
late
suck.
and plotting.
Out in the cold.
Except my window's open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of dangerous, man. People
It
can sneak
is.
in there.
Or sneak out.
Or sneak out, yeah. Ooh.
Anybody go out and break some kneecaps lately? Anybody owe you money? Somebody want to?
Fess up?
Yeah.
My brother owes me money, but it's just for a low thing.
Yes, it has nothing to do with you know, under the table stuff. You know, it's-
In and out.
No.
Yeah, honestly, I owe you some money. It's not good. I'm
Some
getting
people
stressed.
do owe me money.
Weird, isn't it? Weird.
Hope he doesn't take out his anger on me.
We only have like 1 minute.
1
and
minute.
It sucks because we don't have a lot to go off of, but you do want to kill because one, when you put people up, their defense gives you information, but also like you just kind of need to get the ball rolling because
So
if you don't
dumb.
kill, then it kind of gives Mafia the advantage because they get to kill without you killing.
Wasn't that how this first day is supposed to go though? We're
What
not
do you mean?
supposed to.
We can't.
You want to kill day one if you have an odd number at least.
Like, I mean, I thought that's what he said. We weren't really given the option.
Mafia
wasn't-
didn't kill night one.
We're almost out of time, aren't we?
Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Counter-
counted.
counter-
Okay,
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 sorry.
30
my bad.
seconds.
My bad.
Artemis, you're gonna inspect Simply tonight, and Smollett, don't use your bullet.
Savage.
All right, I'm fine with this.
Okay.
How does
Savage.
he do it?
The call out.
Wait, who am I detecting?
We are.
Simply.
We
Simply
do have the
got it.
ability to lynch this day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck off, man. I'm eating fries.
Dude, my fries are gone.
10 seconds.
Well, I mean, since we all know Cosmic is already.
Feeling really tired.
Jeez.
6.
The only person who's played before said I'm down, so.
We just don't
I mean,
have
if you're
Cosmic.
both Mafia, then they might be working together to convince us.
All right.
All right.
I make my own power roll.
All right, guys. So it is nighttime. We are going to go to our first night. Good shit. All right. Put on the ground. Mafia, heads up. Who would you like to kill? Mafia, heads down. Detective, heads up. Who would you like to check? Detective, heads down. Medic, heads up. Who would you like to save? Medic, heads down. Vigilante, heads up. Would you like to shoot your shot? Vigilante, heads down. Everybody wake up except for iiPK and, I'm sorry, Small Ants. You're dead.
Dang, so vigilante shot.
Wow.
Gas.
Savage.
That's not actually too bad.
All right.
R.I.P.
Sorry.
You're good boys.
So one of them could be Mafia.
I mean, I wonder what the chance. That'd be really bad if neither one of them
Damn
were.
lucky because we don't know anything. We know very little.
So,
Well, yeah. It's like if neither of them are Mafia, it does mean we then just have a higher chance that we lynch one.
is there a way to tell like which? No, there's no way
No.
to tell like which
No.
one got killed by which. Okay.
No.
Small at one didn't kill himself.
Oh, okay, we know that.
That's fair.
There's also the possibility that the vigilante could have tried to kill somebody and then they killed them back. Low odds, but you know.
Oh yeah.
That's actually really low odds.
Guys, mod messed up.
What do you mean?
This doesn't change anything, but iiPK is actually alive.
All right. Well.
Okay.
This changes, the information is still all the same to you.
Vigilante
Yeah.
did shoot their shot.
Back from the grave.
Not surprised.
So the
I'm
vigilante.
alive.
Vidge didn't shoot.
Back
and
from the
Mafia
dead.
killed
Back from the
Smollett.
dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, we don't know that.
They
That could have
could've-
been.
the only way
One person died,
vigilante shot.
and they could have tried to shoot the same person.
Yeah.
Twice. Okay. That's
Vigilante could have shot Ann, but that's all.
So we don't know
Pretty
who
It
was
doesn't,
successful.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah, somebody was successful, I guess.
With a Mafia,
Oh, yeah.
Mafia can kill, right?
That,
Yeah, they
Yeah,
killed at
they-
night.
So
They have to
okay.
We can't really
So
figure
one
out
of them
the
was
world
successful,
'cause-
I guess.
So like the Mafia
Yeah.
and Vigilante can kill somebody?
Yeah.
The vigilantes
Yeah.
are
If they
a
kill the
town
same
roll
person,
who has
one
one
person
shot
dies.
They have
in
one
the
shot.
whole game.
Yeah.
I see.
They have one
Yeah.
shot.
So medic could have saved if they shot. It's just
But
Doesn't
Mafia
matter.
has to kill every round.
yeah.
Every
Yeah.
round, yeah.
Gotcha.
Every night.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
guess since most people here haven't played, the vigilante still has their shot left. Is that fair to say?
I mean,
Yeah,
that's a reason.
and most
That's
people are like
reasonable.
tentative about shooting early. So.
And then the medic can save
Yeah.
someone, right?
Why would a vigilante
Yeah.
Yeah.
want you to shoot,
Okay.
shoot that early?
So
You
medic
know
can
information.
save, but does medic know Mafia? No,
No.
no. It's all random. Okay, okay, for sure. All right. We should start to use the hat. If anyone wants
Yeah,
to
I
talk.
think we should just pass the hat around and everyone says who
Yeah.
like they're most
I'll take
suspicious of
it.
and most or least suspicious of.
All right.
Wait, what's the hat for?
It's
Just
just
like a
it's,
talking.
it's control. It's
Oh,
power.
okay.
It's
It's all the
control.
power. Okay. So, taking a look around the room. I feel like a lot of people have said something to say. You said something. You said something. Everybody said something. Torje, hasn't really said much. You haven't really said much. But someone that I really have my eye on early on that has been kind of like tapping their knee a little bit whenever we bring up the word Mafia has been you, Emu. So I actually, I do think that I have a little bit of a read on you, just because you haven't said much and because every time anyone brings up Mafia, you're a little bit antsy to bring up anything. You haven't really said much, so I want this to go around and I want to hear what you have to say. But that's just a very early read. It doesn't mean anything at all. You could easily be down, but it's just like, you could just be quiet and I just don't know you. I don't know a lot of people here, right? I'm just meeting all of you guys. So that's just what I'm going to go off of right now. I really don't have anything else to say, so I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Shiv.
I think those two, they may not both be Mafia, but I think that one of them at least has some kind of a power role. Could be medic, could be the detective, something. But you guys seem a little bit not nervous, but like you're kind of like paying close attention to a lot of people. I mean, our eyes have met a couple of times. Yeah, I think that somebody on that side of the room has a power role. So that's all I got.
That's what I'm feeling too.
I feel like I'm too dumb for this game.
Solid.
I'm like, how are you guys figuring this out?
Well, the thing is, we could all just be wrong too.
Yeah, it's all guesses.
Or
bro.
you're trying to
Because we're
throw
always
us off.
talking
I don't
about
know. But I don't know. It may,
If you just had like a
He's
good
down,
vibe and
he's
a bad
down.
vibe from anyone in the room, what would you say?
well,
what was the question?
maybe I have a little bit of a bad vibe from these two, but maybe that's just because you guys are smarter than me. I don't know.
You guys go. I'm giving you guys 5 minutes for this game.
All right.
I haven't really seen any odd body language, like too off. I know Nez is talking a lot, but it's because he's played before, like a fair amount.
Yeah.
I think most people haven't really played, or like they played like once maybe.
If you've played before, just raise your hand.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay, so we have a lot of people that have not played before.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
For
half
sure.
and
A lot
half.
of newbies.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Right here.
So like
Alright.
the people who haven't played before, it's really hard to get a read on them.
Right.
Especially when you haven't played with them like personally before, but when they haven't played at all, like
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah.
See, I don't really have anything to go off of. Just based off that.
Nice. You do have this hat. I did wear it once.
I actually have 2 Luigi hats. But yeah.
Oh, you have two? Nice. Yeah, it was a good night. Only one person died instead of 2. That was the Lord saved us on that one. I have nothing.
I mean, I haven't played before. I have watched a lot of it from like other summits and whatnot. But I don't know. Right now, I'm like honestly just like trying to figure everyone out. Like I said, like I mean, there was like the only thing that I've seen was like the connection between Shift, Artemis, and Smallnet who died. So I feel like it's pretty safe to assume that they're town because of that, or at least I don't know. They're trying to figure each other out, I guess.
That's a crazy connection, by the way.
3 minutes.
Did you have also, not to interrupt you, but he did want to hear your thoughts about his thoughts on you.
Nez?
Yeah.
Because I talked about you.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, like I haven't like ever played before.
Just a reminder,
Okay.
guys, if we don't hang somebody tonight, we're wasting time and Mafia's killing
Yeah,
people.
we
Yeah,
have
so
to
we
next
have
time.
to. Okay. I just wanted to check that out.
And is there 2 Mafia or 3 Mafia?
Good.
Three.
Good.
I want
Okay.
Simply to talk.
Yeah.
Can we get?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Nez and Shift are definitely town. Their concern for the city is apparent. They're good people. See it.
Solid.
Torje. His quietness like kind of set something off to me, but I can't quite get a read on it. But Artemis, you've definitely got some sort of power. Something. Without a doubt.
Got the power, man.
Cosmic, you're cute.
Thanks,
Can I just remind you guys something that like the Mafia know who the other Mafia members, right?
Yeah.
So they can communicate during the day by using subtle language like I know this person's town, so that could mean, you know, this person's a threat, or help decide who we're gonna kill during the
That's a
day.
good point, that's a good point.
Just putting
Yeah,
that
yeah,
out
yeah.
there. So don't think you're safe just because somebody says
2
your town.
minutes.
I mean, it could also be the case that the players that know the most information are trying to like throw everybody else that doesn't know off. Could be anything. Just kidding. No, I really can't get a read on anybody. Everyone's too chill.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at Torje at the beginning, but I don't think he's Mafia. I think he's just him. I don't know. It's really hard with quiet people because
Are
it's
you
like you
just
automatically
playing?
suspect them because they're quiet, but like I got more town vibes from him, so I don't really think that anymore. I don't know about Emo. He could easily be Mafia. I think still. If I had to pick my most suspected person today, it is simply, and I can't tell you exactly why. I just get the most Mafia vibe.
There are 2 or
on
3.
him
He called you
out of
cute,
everyone.
bro.
What's that?
He called you cute.
Throw 'em off.
Then you're gonna.
Well, do you want me to lie? I wanted the town to win.
Is it 2 or 3 mafiosos?
There's
It's
three.
three. It's three.
3, okay.
1 minute.
Yeah, if I had to lynch
So if you had to
anyone,
pick
it'd be
3
him.
people who were
Or I would be
whatever.
down to lynch him or Emo.
Wow.
I'm down to lynch
That's
Artemis.
crazy. Well, if I had to
Have we heard
guess,
that?
because it is my first time too, and I don't know what's going on majority of the time, but I do know we're on a timer, and I would have to guess either him because he talked a lot, trying to stall a timer, so that way we won't actually get down to a vote, and then Mafia have another chance to live for another day. He also talked a lot too.
I'm accusing him with you.
I would have to
30
point a finger at him
seconds.
first.
All right, so we get a formal accusation.
from yeah,
Alright,
for
let's
me.
go.
We have a formal accusation on who?
Emo.
You need.
Emo.
Well, you need 2
Oh wait, I was
Do we have
talking
a
about
second?
him.
What? Which one?
Oh no, I'm
Wait,
talking
hold
about
on.
him. I'm
Emo?
talking about
Wait. I don't think that emo is mafia.
I don't know. I kind
A
of
few,
feel like he's
like
telling
several
now.
people. Wait, really?
So wait, shit, you were talking about Artemis, right?
I was talking about Artemis.
10,
Oh shit.
9,
Okay.
8,
Well,
I'm accusing
to be
Artemis.
to be completely
I
fair to
second
me,
Artemis.
both you and
Alright,
you
let's go
said I had
Artemis.
some
Let's
sort
go
of power
Artemis.
move.
I have an
You've been formally
accusation and I have a
accused, yeah.
second on Artemis.
If
You
this-
have now 1 minute to defend yourself.
So do I?
You can
If-
talk
if it
amongst
doesn't
everyone.
go through, would we get another accusation or go to sleep?
No, it's just going to go to sleep no matter what. You're allowed to discuss for the next 60 seconds. If you demand it, you can have the floor to speak, and everyone else has to be quiet. But you can also talk to other people. So 1 minute, and your defense begins now.
So I was really confused when the 2 people walked away because I am the medic. You guys were right, and I had saved iiPK. That's why I was really confused, and that's why I thought it was really interesting that both Mafia and Vigilante killed, because I thought Vigilante was kind of stupid for killing on the first night. But that's why I was confused when you walked back, and that's why I was like kind of relieved when there was mod error, 'cause I was like, what's going on? Yeah. So both you and you were right about the power move, but now I'm gonna die, so it doesn't
Okay,
really matter.
guys. I actually believe that, so now we have more information.
We know that they're both town.
Do we get one more accusation? Because that's all I wanted to know.
It's going to go to night no matter what.
Yeah, we're gonna.
20 seconds.
Well, maybe we don't.
Well, to be fair, that could have been either the
Yeah,
Vigilante,
the vigilante
or
could have
the
saved it, so
Mafia.
never mind. We only know he's town.
That's what it takes to get
because
information,
the
eh?
Vigilante
Let's
shot
accuse
my wig,
everybody.
so yeah.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. That's
do
why
it.
I'm so confused.
Mhm.
So I don't know if that was
That's
actually the
like
shot or
4.
if that was just the mod error.
Two.
Of course.
We lost today, so.
All right. We're going to bed. Everybody put your heads down. I have a notepad this time. All right. Play this over here. Oh, yeah. All right. Mafia, heads up. Who would you like to kill? Mafia heads down. Detective heads up. Who would you like to check? Detective heads down. Medic heads up. Who would you like to save? Medic heads down. Vigilante heads up. Would you like to shoot your shot? Vigilante heads down. Everybody wake up except for Nez. He is dead.
And
Wow.
Who did Nez suspect? He suspected. Who else did he point out? It was Emo.
Emo, I believe he said. Wait, no, Shift said
I think
something about
most
me.
people pointed out emo.
Yeah, but like they killed him, so specifically who he said. Did he say anyone else?
Was it Simply that he? Was it, I
No.
don't remember if Nez said Simply. It was someone said Simply. I don't remember who though.
I think this really
was
depends
this
on
guy.
who's
Obama.
Mafia
Yeah.
because I think that would
Oh,
have.
yeah.
I wouldn't take it too seriously like whom was accused by Nez because most people accused emo. So by taking out somebody who accused emo, like by that logic, you know, I think they're just trying to confuse us.
Honestly, people
think that's-
usually don't go like that deep with their kills.
I guess we have a lot of new people, so it's likely.
Well,
that
the
maybe
logic
they're not
wasn't
going
like
that
Nez
deep.
accused emo, so I'm just gonna kill him because he got more than one accusation. IPK accused him as well. I think you did too,
Yeah.
Simply.
Yeah. Well, no, I just used Artemis.
Yeah, I think that was more.
Also, at
towards
this
me.
point in the game, like the detective has most likely, unless they guessed wrongly, they might have information on two of us so far, so they might know that there are decent odds they know who the Mafia is.
Yeah, if Top is
So-
alive and they know a Mafia check, I think they should come out. And I think if Vigilante's still alive, they should come out because right now all they are to us is like they don't have their shot anymore. All they are is a confirmed town if they come out. You know what I mean?
We also don't want the detective to get killed as well.
Well,
So
And we also
If-
could be fooled
if
by the
it,
Mafia.
okay, it depends how many of their checks are alive. If they have all of their checks alive, then they can give us like they
You
can
gotta check
confirm a
every
lot of
round.
things. Because imagine
yeah,
if
but what
they,
if one of the
they-
people being
imagine
checked
if they
died?
know a mafia
Yeah,
member
that's what I
who's
was saying
alive.
earlier, yeah.
Imagine if they know a mafia member who's alive, say like a town who's alive, and Vigi came out, then we would know 2 confirmed towns and 1 mafia, and that's like really good odds.
I think that somebody checked emo. I'm just saying, so.
I think.
I don't know if emo is Mafia because I feel like unless the person's really shy, we would have had some kind of direction toward him by now.
I'm surprised that I'm alive because I don't know if I'm thinking somebody didn't believe me, but I feel like only Mafia would have, like, say since I claimed I'm medic and I am, but of course it's up to you to believe that. If they would have been more likely for them to kill me because I can't heal myself. So if they did indeed believe me, then they would have killed me. If that makes sense. I guess I'm making myself
Well, I
look
mean-
suspicious,
I mean,
but I'm
it's
trying
just
to be
like-
fair to
I
the game.
mean, you're just speculating why wouldn't they kill you. I don't know if that really helps at all, though.
I guess, but I guess if they're not believing that, then I don't know why
I mean,
they'd be deep enough to kill.
Nez seemed like he had the most information. Like, he just knew.
Nez was directing the conversation.
So,
Yeah.
taking
they
out,
want to take him out.
taking out the
Yeah,
most
that's
experienced towns member is probably their best bet as well. Because the medics useless if they don't guess correctly.
I suppose.
And I think at that night, there wasn't really enough of a read on like, say like 3 people accused emo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Emo is Mafia and you wanted to kill somebody. Like, how do you choose?
5
How would the
minutes
medic,
on
how
the
would the
clock.
medic know who to heal because everybody accused? So it was just kind of a rough round where like, since everybody was ganging up on the same person. you
That's
know?
fair.
So Artemis, who do you suspect? Because you're most likely confirmed town, and so we know you're like all the things you say aren't going to be deceitful or whatever. So what do you think?
Who do I think? I feel like it's either Simply or Dan, and I feel like it's more Simply, and I'm not entirely sure why I think it's Dan, but I think it's Dan. But I think it's more Simply. Just I don't really have good reasons though. That's the issue.
Yeah.
It's just the feeling I'm getting, but
It's the fries, isn't it?
It's for fries. Dude, it's for fries.
Look, if you wanted some fries, you could just ask.
Yo, this guy. Alright, he's innocent.
Tom as fuck.
No, but I do think, I don't know why I think simply, but I do. Take that how you want, I guess.
I think simply just being simply.
4 minutes.
That's completely fair. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, everyone could be acting completely normal. You never know.
Yeah.
So, Torje, I'm not accusing you. I just think you've been kind of quiet. You're observing everybody. So, like, is there
Yeah.
anything you've observed that we haven't gotten to yet?
The only thing I can think of is if he is medic and Mafia didn't kill him, Mafia is probably someone who hasn't played a lot. Because not killing medic doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's a good idea.
That's a really good point.
So who's that?
Yeah, and you
Leave?
can't save yourself. I don't know if they
I
ever
think
mentioned
they were
that.
also like
Yeah, that's
looking
why I
too
was-
deep into
that's
this.
what I was saying. I was
If
confused.
most people haven't
I don't
played,
think that's
assuming
that
that
deep.
there are mind games going on, like not killing the medic to make it seem like he's lying or something like that. So we hang him as like it's unlikely. I think Torje is onto something with the whole like the person who's Mafia is probably not very experienced.
So then if I can
So who was the person who accused Danimals again?
Oh, that was me.
That was you?
Yeah.
But you're also the medic.
Yeah, but I guess based off of what he's saying, I'd say it's IPK.
3 minutes.
But they're
There's
Wait.
multiple Mafia that make the
wait.
You
decision.
saved IPK though, right?
The first time, yes, but
Yeah,
I really
he
had nothing to
no
go
Yeah,
off
knowledge
of.
of
that's
that,
fair,
so.
yeah.
Okay.
But just based off that, he
Vigilante
kind of like
protection.
claimed, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't
But
know how
there
to play
are-
the game.
lots of reasons that IPK could have come back to life. The one that you gave is a really good reason to save yourself, but it doesn't have to be true.
Of course, I mean,
Yeah, you were just saying that to save yourself. Like, we don't know if it's true. You know, your
I'm
life
not gonna
is on the
disprove
line.
this.
So,
I agree.
We gotta kill somebody because we're all just being killed right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that we
Okay.
should
You
kill.
should tell us why
I
you're
think we
not
should kill.
Mafia.
Yeah.
Tell
I
you
think,
guys why I'm not
I think I
Mafia.
agree with Dan. Maybe Emu. Where do we stand on Emu?
He was a
I
guy.
think he'd have to talk more.
He gave me some praise.
But
The reason why I'm not Mafia is because I would have killed the obvious medic if that was the case.
Well, in
2
hindsight,
minutes.
you can't really say that.
Well, yeah, but from what we knew, I would have voted to kill the medic because that's one big roll down.
Did we vote on the medic?
no, we didn't. We were saying
No,
that, so we never-
no. Like last night, like
Alright,
last night's killing, I would have probably.
Torje, what was the reasoning for IPK again?
It's new players.
Okay.
Not
Ah.
medic.
I think
We gotta just pick one and lynch them because we haven't even voted at all. And that's
I'm gonna pick
information too.
IPK because his story is inconsistent and he's also new. That's pretty much it.
Okay, I'm gonna
I
join
agree
in
with
on that
that.
accusation.
Okay, that's a
Alright.
formal and a second on IPK. You're not defending for 1 minute.
Okay. I'm just a town guy, so I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just living my life, and I don't really have anything to say to defend myself because I just do normal things. So, I mean, you're killing an innocent guy here. God damn it.
I can't argue with that. Bulletproof.
Where's the rope?
That was pretty bad.
If you are finished with your defense.
I am done. I'm done.
So if this doesn't go through, you guys have 1 more minute to deliberate, and then it will
Okay.
force a night. So we are now voting to kill IPK. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of you. We need 5 votes. Everybody, put your heads down. If you wish IPK to die, please raise your hand. Everybody, heads up. Keep your hands up if you voted. That is unanimous. IPK is dead. And we are going to night. Everyone put your heads down. Alright, heads down. It's nighttime. Normal nighttime. Alright, Mafia, heads up. Who would you like to kill? Mafia, heads down. Detective, heads up. Who would you like to check? Detective heads down. Medic heads up. Who would you like to save? Medic heads down. Vigilante heads up. Would you like to shoot your shot? Vigilante heads down. Everybody wake up except Artemis. He is dead.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Time to go get some water, boys.
Yeah.
So you can probably assume that he was medic for sure then.
Yeah.
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 Pretty safe bet.
The world where he's not medic is insane.
So there's one. How many?
Up to 3 Mafia alive.
Up to 3 Mafia, but there's no way to know
We're-
if
the
there could be
at
only
the
one
moment,
left.
At the moment, we're banking on there being 2 right now. But I believe, right?
If IPK was
Yeah.
Mafia.
Yeah, that's what.
Only,
seemed like he did.
only IPK or Smollett could be Mafia at that time.
Oh, okay,
Well,
so
Smallland died the first night, so he.
Vigilante could have shot it.
He
Oh,
could have shot,
okay.
yeah.
There was no information. So,
right.
oh, who knows who he was?
So it could be 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Mafia wins when there's
Even numbers, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
We just don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I'm gonna
Okay.
guess that we at least got one of them.
Okay,
now.
if there's 3
Yeah.
Mafia alive and we
7.
miss, then we lose. Or even
Yeah.
if we,
If there's 3, I mean.
even if we don't lich someone, we lose because
Oh,
then it goes
like,
3 and
okay.
3.
We gotta
But
choose
we
somebody.
also could have killed someone.
So we have to
There's
choose
a
someone
decent
right
chance
now,
we-
too.
someone-
Yeah, we have to pick somebody this
But
round.
Do we want to start tossing this around?
Sure. I was suspicious of Artemis because his hand came up last. Honestly, my original gut feeling was that he was the medic because of the way he acted in round 1, and I guess it turns out that he was the medic. I guess that Smollett was the vigilante because he looked like he was already looking around when I opened my eyes and I saw everybody looking around, so like, I figured, I feel like a lot of new players, when they get a power roll, they get a little bit anxious, That's what I've just been basing this off of. Artemis was like rubbing his leg a lot in the first couple of rounds, but once he came out as a medic, he was mostly calm, so I figured like he was more comfortable with people knowing he was the medic and that he hadn't died yet. So it's safe to say he was not Mafia. Who else did we? It was Smollett. Nez had to be Town. It was Smollett and IPK who could have potentially been Mafia.
Wait, why did Nez have to be town?
Because you got killed by Mafia.
Mafia
Oh,
killed
oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's
one
right,
person
yeah.
died, unless like by chance, like the vigilante shot Nez, and then the Mafia also killed him.
Gotcha.
That could have happened because he was very vocal. A lot of times, like sometimes the vigilante will think that the person who's the most vocal is the Mafia because like they're talking too much and they're trying to redirect the conversation. But the Mafia also feels people who are fear the people who are talking too much because they don't want to be out of themselves. But honestly,
The only people who could have been Mafia and died are these 2.
yeah. And I don't think that we got 2. I think we got 1.
Yeah.
So there are still 2 left. I want to
At
hear
least
from. I know.
one.
What are your thoughts on this, Emo?
About what exactly?
Have you been looking at anybody lately? That sounds weird, but like, I don't really see you looking to that side of the room that often.
I'm looking more toward Cosmic, but like, I usually just like glance over there, like whenever he's talking, because I feel like he's mostly talking in this side, and then on this side it's like Dan and you most of the time. But besides that, I mean like, there hasn't been too many like conversations besides that, and like obviously like the dispute within
5 minutes.
Artemis, within Artemis, like. I don't know what else. So ask me more questions or. Okay.
Do you notice anybody being more quiet now that a couple people are dead?
Well,
Torje, he's been the entire time.
okay, but
You can't get a read on.
we haven't talked about EZScape at all, which is.
I mean, I've noticed that as well,
But I guess there's nothing really to talk about with you. Maybe there isn't. But Torje is an anomaly.
I think whenever he's
I think-
talked, he seemed very talented to me.
Why hasn't anybody accused me yet, by the way?
It's hard to. It's really hard to figure. The whole reason why we're struggling right now is we cannot figure out.
My
4
reason
minutes.
is because I was at points thinking you were Mafia, but because you like I was kind of suspicious of Emo, and then it seemed like you wanted to like deflect off of him. But then later you're like, how do we feel about Emo? And I don't think you would have done that if like you were partners or whatever. So it seems like you're just trying to honestly figure out the game. That's why I haven't accused you yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to help other people figure it out too. Because it's just round 1, I guess. If we end up playing again.
Yeah.
Yeah, round 2 is probably going to be a lot more interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I see that?
I just want to say I've noticed Simply's being more quiet since more people are dead.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about him because I haven't like ever hung out with him in real life before. I don't know if he's usually talking a lot, and he's like pretty extroverted. I feel like he should talk a lot more than he is, and I got. sus
I'm
vibes
just
from him
noticing
at the
less
beginning.
communication when fewer people from that side of the room are on the field.
That's fair.
Tell us why you're
Rebuttal.
innocent.
Okay, so I just don't want to get lynched because I'm trying to win, and I feel like if I talk, like I feel like the people who talk the most are kind of suspect.
3
And since
minutes.
I'm also new to the game, I don't really have a lot to say, so I feel like I'll just end up going on like a tirade and just end up being like suspicious. So if you want to kill me, just fucking do it.
I'm just going to accuse you because we have to kill somebody, and I think that you've been acting differently since the rest of the members haven't been on the field.
A second.
Okay, that's a second. You are now defending yourself for 60 minutes. If the vote does not go
60 minutes.
60 minutes.
60 minutes.
Okay.
If the vote doesn't go through, you guys have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the day. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I guess my defense would have to be like the people that I think are Mafia the most. So Shift has been like heavily leaning towards Town, but also the fact that he's talked the most feels like, and he's got experience. I feel like he would be good at being able to like mask that fact. So I think Shift. I think Torje as well would possibly, but it's just like baseless. He's just quiet, and probably Cosmic because he's been, you know.
You think I'm Mafia?
Yeah, he's been fucking around a lot, so I'm just not a fan.
Well, if I die tonight, there's no medic, so this might be my last night. Anybody?
Shift is guiding the accusation.
Yeah.
Because nobody else is accusing.
I don't
I don't want to
anything
lose
else to
if
say
we
before
miss
we
it.
go?
No, that's my defense.
That is fair.
Nice, so
All right. We are now voting to kill Simply. He needs 4 votes to die. If you wish for, put everybody your heads down. If you wish for him to die, please raise your hand. Everyone, keep your hands up and your heads up. That is 3 votes. He continues to live. Okay, so he cannot be accused again this day because he was voted to live. And you guys have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this day.
Okay, who all voted?
I
Raise your
missed
hands
it.
again.
It was us 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
he is most likely Mafia, and his Mafia partner,
Yeah.
whoever, didn't vote for him.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Wait, are you accusing me?
No, Simply.
Oh, Simply. Okay, so the reason why I didn't vote for Simply there is because then I was about to, and then I had second thoughts because Shift has been discussing counterplay, like even like a long time ago, which makes me think he was thinking like
2 minutes.
all the different ways that that I can't explain.
I know
It,
what you
but
mean.
basically all the different ways. So I'm trying to. I don't know. If he thought really far ahead about it to make himself seem Town, I really don't know. But it seems like something
I
that he
think
would
that
do. It
in-
seems like something he would do.
Yeah.
I think that in this situation, since most people are inexperienced, basing it off of behavioral changes is the best way to go. Because there's not much strategy at this point in the game. This
You
is
voted,
like
right?
foreign to a lot of people. At this point, like in the second half, it gets more uncomfortable for people who are in a stressful position. I think that we got at least one mafioso. I think that Simply's Mafia, and now I'm sus of you.
No, that's
Reasonably.
fair. No, that.
So,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
because obviously, but I'm just worried if we get rid of him and then
The
you
thing
win,
is, like,
and
we
then you
had
win.
to
That's
get
why
rid
I'm that's why I'm worried.
I think
so.
out of everybody here, Simply was most likely, and now we can't vote again. So if we were wrong, then we have to get one of his other Mafia friends right now.
We can't vote again today.
No, we can vote
I
again.
don't.
and
I
that's
just
not.
don't. I don't know if it's you or him. That's the whole thing.
I think it's Dan. I think
1
it's
minute
Dan.
left.
Yeah, he's my number
Wait, did you
2.
say Dan before? Did you ever say
Yeah,
Dan?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did. Yeah,
Okay.
earlier. Nez was saying Dan. And we were both sus of him. So like,
I really like that the people I felt most were Town voted. Like, I feel like we're a pretty good Town circle here. We gotta
like
pick
the
the
3 of
second.
us voted.
I
He was
was-
unsure, so half and half on him. I think Simply's Mafia. Emu, people were sus of you. I didn't understand why they were sus of you, but I'm just using this as information to push the conversation, and you haven't said much.
I will say that
30 seconds.
when he was first accused, I was like, yeah, I could see it, but and he like kind of reacted weird when he was accused. But the things he said have been more town. Like as time goes on, I feel better.
We gotta
about him,
choose
but as
somebody.
time
I
goes
think
on,
that Dan is a
don't
safe
feel
bet
better
because
about
he
him.
hasn't said much, and if he's not going to talk anyway, we might as well give it a shot.
So formal Dan and
Formal, do we have a second? We do have a second.
Shift
You
or
gotta make sure to
someone-
say it so I know. Okay, you are now defending yourself for 60 seconds.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm not really gonna say anything unless I feel like I have something really good to say, so that's why I haven't really been saying much, and then, you know, like, that's why I sort of stopped. That's when I did bring up the thing about Artemis and not being the medic. That was the thing, you know, when I do talk, I feel like I have something good to say. I was about to vote for Simply too. Like even when we put our heads down, I was like putting my hand up, and then it was like, oh, we're done voting, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess my hand's not up. So like my hand was like halfway there. I don't know if anybody saw with their
30 seconds.
my hand being halfway up, but
That makes 2 people who are almost there. and
Yeah.
that means we could potentially have 3 people left here. Mafia.
so I was really close to killing him off because
We have to kill somebody.
something
I would
that somebody
still vote
said.
for
I
him
just don't
today.
remember, but I'm sort of
10.
I don't know. I really am not sure who it is right now, but I don't know who the Mafia is now.
2, 1. Alright, we are now voting to kill Danimal Sound. If you, everyone put your heads down. If you wish for him to die, please raise your hand. Everyone raise your hands high. Put your heads up. That is 4 votes. He is dead.
I think we lost.
And we are going tonight.
I had to do it. I don't know, dude.
I think we lost.
We are going tonight. Everyone put your heads down. Mafia, heads up. Who would you like to kill? Mafia, heads down. Detective, heads up. Who would you like to check? Detective, heads down. Medic, heads up. Who would you like to save? Medic, heads down. Vigilante, heads up. Would you like to shoot your shot? Vigilante, heads down. Everybody wake up except for Cosmic, he is dead.
Wow.
And Chip, if you could scoot to one of these seats.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Thank you.
Alright, so
I was pretty confident that he was
I've been
So,
thinking
yeah,
about
makes
a
sense.
lot about why I haven't really been accused much and Torje hasn't been either.
I mean,
I think the most vocal people in this whole thing have like most likely been Mafia. So I really think that we have to vote Simply still.
Yeah, I still think Simply, honestly.
But so if you guys are both, what would make me think that you guys aren't working together as Mafia? What would make me think that? I mean, I guess you guys could just. I don't know.
I don't understand what you're asking.
Well, Cosmic said he had a. Well, has detectives in the game, right? Or was in the game at
I
some
think
point.
that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Well,
we don't know.
Yeah,
so
we
the
don't.
detectives
I
are
have a
removed,
feeling
and maybe there
Cosmic
hasn't
might
been
have
any.
been
Every
checks.
time they ask detective, would you like to investigate somebody? They have to do it anyway.
Yeah, yeah, I
'Cause
know.
Yeah,
if they
yeah.
don't do it, then it means they're dead.
Yeah.
There's an outing if they're dead or not. So, yeah.
Like, what do you have to say, man? I want to hear from you.
I feel like your explanation for not killing me was very Mafia-like. So I think that you are Mafia.
Well, how so? Explain why.
I'd also like to mention that we for sure killed one of the Mafia because we're still.
Yeah, the game's
Yeah.
still going, so one Mafia is dead at least.
Yeah. That's why I still think it's Simply. because once we killed iiPK, he started acting differently.
Yeah, but like, why am I Mafia? Because I decided not to kill you because I was half thinking it might be Shift just because.
Because he's Mafia. And by suggesting it's you, he seconds it because he wants you to take the blame and get deflected. So
Okay.
he's defending
Well, I'm getting
himself by
something now,
accusing
so
him.
what do you guys want to do?
I'm voting for Simply.
Alright, second.
Okay,
Fuck.
you are now defending yourself for 1 minute simply.
Oh.
There will be 5 minutes. if
You
this is
took
not
your own
the
grave
vote.
on that one. I can't do anything.
All right. Well, I've been trying to keep this town alive,
Yeah, some of us.
but
You should have killed him.
it seems that the odds are against me. I wanted to be more quiet as the game went on because I just wanted to not sort of indicate that I had power, and I guess it's time to reveal that I am the vigilante, so I could help. And that's all I have.
20.
Have you used your shot then?
I've not used my shot.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
It's a fucking lie.
Wasn't there two
10.
No. No.
Nine.
Vigilante
No,
has
two people have
100% used his shot.
How?
Guys, he's Mafia.
How is vigilante using
He
shot?
is 100% Mafia.
3,
Get it right this time.
2, 1. Okay, we are now voting to kill simply. Everyone heads down. If you wish for him to die, raise your hand. Everybody heads up. It is unanimous. Simply is dead. And we are going to night.
Love you guys.
Wait, the game's not over?
We're going to night.
We fuck, because he's Mafia. We got
Everybody
him.
put your heads down.
Like, we.
All right, it's nighttime. Mafia, heads up. Who'd you like to kill? Mafia, heads down. Detective, heads up. Who would you like to check? Detective, heads down. Medic, heads up. Who would you like to save? Medic, heads down. Vigilante, heads up. Would you like to shoot your shot? Vigilante, heads down. Everybody heads up except Torje. She is dead.
I knew it.
So,
There's one of us.
can you scoot over to that side?
Alright, one of you.
Okay, nobody look.
I mean, one of you.
It's come to this, hasn't it? This sucks, by the way. Because you guys put me in a difficult position.
Yeah.
I have equal reason to believe that both of you are Mafia.
Yeah, I understand why you think I would be, because
The way you reacted to Simply getting outed and how.
Wait, simply getting outed?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because he was Mafia. He just got killed.
Yeah, what did I do that made...
You both like bursted out laughing when he tried to give an explanation.
Because it was funny.
I just feel like if you're sitting right next to him, you both. I feel like you both felt pretty comfortable for this whole time. Honestly, like Simply got he had his arm around the chair.
Because we are homies, dude. We are literally
I know,
that
we're all,
close. Like that close. Like it's not because we're both Mafia and he's like, yeah, Mafia's hanging out here. Doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't make sense. I just wanted to hear what you would say.
Okay.
What do you?
Okay, so how's this going to work? You guys have 5 minutes. When the timer reaches 0, you're going to put your heads down and then point. And if it's a tie, the game continues until you do it again, basically. So, 5 minutes on the clock.
I already explained why I thought that you thought, but now you're thinking it for different reasons. Because
Who do you think is Mafia?
Ema.
Honestly,
Why?
at this point, we're just guessing.
Yeah, we are guessing.
And I think most people have accused Emo during this round. I want to hear your thoughts. Who do you think is Mafia?
I think it's you.
Okay, why?
Because from the very beginning, you and Nez were like instigating on me directly, and
Who? did we guarantee that Nez's town?
Nez's town, and I was leading the charge to get rid
So
of
if they were working
Well, right,
together, that
but,
would
like,
mean he's
but,
town.
Well, not necessarily, because
Okay.
like he could have been like instigating at me because of like my, I think he said like the way I was like moving or whatever,
Mhm.
and then Shift could have
Because he was
jumped
suspicious of you.
on that gun, and then just.
I
like,
didn't jump on
direct
you
down.
immediately. I defended you, and then I went back and questioned whether I should have defended you or not.
And he gave you a chance to explain yourself.
No, at the start you were like, I think you're Mafia, and then the next night you were like, okay, maybe not, and then the next night you were
4
like, okay,
minutes.
maybe.
But what does this have to do with you being Mafia, though? Like, are you or are you not?
I'm not Mafia.
So who is?
I'm guessing it's you.
Wait,
Because I outed you.
I wonder.
And I also
wonder.
guessed that Simply was Mafia.
Shift, why wouldn't you be dead yet? I feel like you'd be the person to kill, right?
I don't know. I thought I was gonna die last round. I thought that Torje.
This is making it so difficult.
Yeah,
That's
I
what makes
know.
it so that you're
See, like-
still here makes it difficult.
Yeah, I don't know how I made it this far. Because the medic is dead.
God
Somebody's,
damn.
I think someone's trying to confuse us.
I mean, there's only 3 of us here. I'm just really trying to figure out.
How much time do we have?
You guys have 3 minutes and 12 seconds left.
Okay.
Because like, I think all 3 of us equally think like anybody, like I think it's like literally 50-50, like
Yeah.
Could be anybody,
We are literally doing toss up because me personally, I will go with the mannerisms that Nez pointed out about emo, and then a lot of people have been accusing it. That doesn't necessarily mean that you are or not. And then I know that you understand deeper counterplay to be able to make anyone believe that you could be town, and that would make it
See,
difficult.
like,
because you already talked about that earlier in the game.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I've gotten to this point, like I've gotten to this point with no power. Like I didn't have a shot, I didn't have an ability to heal somebody.
Likewise.
I can't kill people. Yeah, like.
Wait, do all 3
And I've
of us
been
wanna
talking
say
the whole
that?
time.
Yeah.
So I understand why you would think that I'm Mafia, but
I don't think that's I don't think that's an instant indicator because like sometimes just people talk more. Like I don't know, it doesn't necessarily.
could I be a lie because I was leading people in the wrong direction?
I'm just wondering why they didn't kill you.
Because I'm probably leading. They probably think that I'm leading them there. Who did I accuse for the earlier part of
Didn't
this?
you accuse quite a few people though?
2 minutes.
I accused
I
people
feel
who
like
are
you kept
already
bouncing
dead.
around.
I accused. Okay, I accused Simply. I accused iiPK. I accused Dan, and I accused Artemis. I was gunning for Artemis in the beginning.
Yeah.
Instead of Emu. So by that logic, I think it's Emu because I was going for Artemis, and he knew that when everybody was jumping on him, I wasn't going after him.
I feel so bad for whoever I voted against, and if I'm wrong.
Do you think it's him?
I'm literally split, like completely even. I guess
Because that would
I
make
guess I
sense,
can't
right?
be because we do have to vote on somebody.
We have to we have to vote.
We do
so
have to
we
vote.
have to
There's
get
no
it
way around
right.
it.
So I'm saying that if the Mafia left me alive up until this point, it's most likely that they didn't see me as a threat because I was misdirecting the conversation.
Okay.
Or they could have assumed that the reason why Simply died is because Torje seconded my assumption that he was Mafia, and that was Torje's first
1 minute.
fully convicted assumption, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they could just know that Torje has a read, possibly.
Can we give Emo like 30 seconds to talk and then we'll have to figure something
Yeah.
out?
Can we accuse Emo or?
I'm not.
Oh, you
I
wanted
wanted
you wanted
to
to talk.
explain.
Okay, yeah,
Just,
gotcha.
Just whatever you need to get off your chest.
What do you want to explain exactly?
I don't know. I literally don't know what can give me better odds than either one of you. I literally do not know.
I think
I just
Emo
want- I
though,
just want-
just to assume that like you are town.
What can
like,
convince me that you are town?
We
That's
have
what-
to vote for you if you can't.
We
explain
wasted
yourself.
time, so go.
We have to vote for you if you can't
Well, like
explain
honestly,
yourself.
like for what I said in the beginning,
30
at
seconds.
the beginning, where it was just like, I think it's Shift because of the reasons, like how he like jumped on the gun from Nez, and besides that, I don't know.
But I didn't.
Like,
though.
I don't think you
defended
could-
you initially. I went for Artemis, who was sitting next to you. Does that make sense? Like I went for the person sitting next to you.
Alright.
There was some confusion.
I'm just gonna put it on Emo, and I'm
Yeah.
sorry, dude. I really am. I really don't have anybody better. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
2. All right. So.
If we
if
lose,
you-
then
So if you guys can actually lean forward a bit so I can know where you're pointing. Everyone put your heads down. When I count to 3, on 3 you will point to the person who you wish to die. Everyone. 1, 2, 3. Everybody wake up. Town wins.
Oh, give me a hug. Yeah.
Good job, guys.
I can't believe it. Sorry, Mo. I'm sorry, bro. You played well. You played well.
I was. Did you vote in for? Who did we vote off that day?
I'm not carrying next time.
Okay, Shift, got it.
Who was it?
Bless.
After Simply, who did we vote off? Yeah, Danimal. You voted for Danimal. Good job, dude.
It was good.
That was good.
What'd you do to me? He just voted for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it was us three, and then he came in with the fourth vote and won the game pretty much.
I hate you.
Twitch chat was really amused the whole time. That was great.
Very good. Very, very wonderful.